All three of them. Where? Thanks, buddy. Way better than this race.
Oh my god, I just realized
I got a spider basics.
All right, thanks for the advice. That's what I needed.
I like that.
I bought 3 out of you in the parking lot. Like, right. No, I remember 3 up. I remember 3 up. No, I bought 3 up. I remember. What's up, nerds? It's Mason. A couple days after the weekend, I'm finally kind of back to normal. Finally have time to put together a haul video, you know, a little sort of just talking about my fun-ass weekend at C2e2 2019 in Chicago. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, so it's about a 5-hour drive there. Not too bad, I'm kind of used to it. This was my 3rd year at C2e2. Love that show so much. You know, I haven't been to any like the big shows, usually on the coast, so I don't have a lot to compare it to. But I would think that C2e2 might be top 5 in the country, at least top 10, and maybe the king in terms of Midwest conventions. I've been to Wizard World Chicago a couple of times. The first time I went, I think, was 2015, and that wasn't bad. And I went the next year, it was kind of lame. And then I went to one in Des Moines, Wizard World, and that was horrible. And then I've been to Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. That one was okay, but just not as cool as C2e2 in terms of what they offer, besides, you know, stuff to buy. And it's, I think, probably, you know, one of the most fun things for me at a convention is shopping, but being able to meet people and see panels and a lot more artists and just generally more stuff to do and look at, C2e2 always wins when it comes to that. So if you're in the Midwest or if you're just a convention, you know, enthusiast at all and you want to check out the best ones, C2e2 is worth the trip. So we'll see what happens next year. They keep moving up the dates, which is good because, you know, it's a less of a wait, but next year it's like February 28th through March 1st, and Chicago is usually pretty cold at that time, so that's kind of a bummer, but we'll see how it goes. And already looking forward to next year. But this video, I just want to talk about the things that I bought, some of the things I experienced there. So let's rock it. Thanks for checking me out. Let's start with the CGC on-site grading. I finally participated in it. Last year I wanted to, but it was just, I don't know, too long of a wait or something, and I gave up. But this year I had to do it, and not too bad of an experience. Kind of frustrating at first, you know, a little bit of a long of a wait. Basically, you go online, you fill out forms, you know, before the show, and then you print those off, take them, and then I got there right when the convention opened, 10 o'clock, and went right to the CGC booth. Probably waited in line for about 20 minutes, and then once you get up to the counter, you do an online virtual check-in. And so you just basically tell them that you're here and you're ready to hand them your books. And so you sign up in that virtual line, and then they text you when they're ready to receive your books. And when I did it, it said my wait was approximately an hour and a half, and it took probably 2.5 hours in reality. So it was a little frustrating to have to carry my books around with me, you know, while I did stuff waiting. You know, you're kind of worried, like, what if they get bumped, you know? Oh boy, you don't want, you know, to get a spine indent, or, you know, what if I dropped my books and it's all been for nothing and there goes my 9/8. So that was a little bit of a frustration, but after grading it, you know, nothing happened to my books, so it was okay, and I did get them submitted. And then they're supposed to be done by the end of the show on Sunday. So usually if you want to do on-site grading, you'll probably have to do all 3 days. And then I got them done. It was probably, the show closes at 6 on Sunday, and they were done at like 4. So I was there waiting. But it's okay. It's better than shipping them and waiting like 2 months, right? Even though it is a little expensive. But after shipping costs, it's kind of the same, eh? That's what I tell myself. All right, I'll shut up. You want to see the damn books. So first, the economy submission. Just a couple of books, a couple of Neil Adams classics, guys. Yes, all right. First off is Detective Comics 395. And we got a 7.5 grade with white pages. Hallelujah. This one I purchased on eBay, and the seller had graded it as 7.5, and I agreed with that. It looked really good to me. Obviously CGC agrees too. I think that the colors are really good on this, and the spine is really, really clean, but it's got some color breaking issues down here that really brought it down, and I think the back cover is a little dirty. But for white pages, you know, great page quality. I really wanted, you know, like an 8.5. I knew this wouldn't be it, but I'd like to upgrade in the future, maybe. The colors on this book are really cool, and I know if it wasn't for this down here, it'd be a higher grade, so I'm not gonna let this, you know, get me down too much. It is a great book, and Neil Adams, kind of an a-hole, but still my favorite Batman artist, and this is definitely my favorite Batman cover of his. I was watching the Comic Link auction last night, kind of drooling over the 9.2 that sold for $800. Wow. That jumped up in, like, you know, the last couple of minutes. It was like at $400. Then all of a sudden I refreshed, $800. Ah. And then there was an 8.5 that I was tempted to bid on, but I needed to chill out. And it went for 130. So, you know, 2 grades different is the difference of $600. That's a lot of fun. But, you know, I watch this book a lot, and it does seem kind of rare in above the 9s. So it is a lot of money, but it is kind of hard to get. So I could see where a collector's just like, take my money, I want it, you know. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and be happy with this one. And then next one, Batman 237. Love, love, love that cover. I got the nice 8.5 out of it. Bought this one last fall off the CGC boards from a pretty well-known boardie who graded at 8.5, and that worked out. Yeah, again, just love that. And I know that today is the release of Detective Comics 1000, and just go along with that, I did pick up the Bernie Wrightson variant for that, so I thought I'd show that. That's the one I picked out. So yeah, but it is a Neil Adams cover, obviously, but it's based on a Bernie Wrightson idea. Ooh. So yeah, there's my two beauties. I'm really proud of those guys. About to hang them up on my wall. And then I did 3 modern books. First off, every comic collector in existence appreciates this cover, but this is just a homage, obviously, not the real thing. But anyway, it's Cross Plus 100 number 9, the horrific homage variant after Black Cat Mystery number 50. We hit the 9.6 on this one, which I kind of expected. You know, a 9.8 is obviously would have been desirable, but I knew it had a couple of little spine imperfections that were going to keep it away from that. But you know what? I think that 9.6 suits this one because the highest graded copy of the original is a 9.6. So I don't know. I'm not too upset about it, and I'm not going to sell it or anything. So just nice for me. Love that book. I got a couple of the other horrific homage variants that hopefully I can get graded eventually as well. All right, next, some Del Auto goodness. I got my Punisher number 1 Del Auto variant, slabby slabbed, hit the 9.8. Thanks to the guys at IG Comic Store for picking out those minty fresh copies to send to their beloved customers. Yes. Love that book, Punisher, baby. And then last, I had to get me a True Blood slabbed, and hit the 9.8 on that one as well. And it's a pretty cool photo cover. Yes. Big fan of True Blood. If you've watched some of my videos, hopefully you know that by now. Huge fan. And really, like, when I first started heavily collecting comics, these are the comics that I really started to collect, because there were so many variants and stuff, and I just wanted to hunt them all down. Like, I have every regular issue of the series. There's like 3 different series. There's regular, like the original True Blood series, and then there's Tainted Love and the French Quarter, something like that. It went on for 2 or 3 years, I think. So I have like all of those, and then plenty of variants, plenty of retailer incentive variants, photo cover variants that I enjoy collecting, and would really love to put together a registry set of those, you know, get them all graded. So we'll see what comes of that, but for now we're starting simple. So yeah, and I really like the thicker paper cover stock on these, so it's really easy to hit those 9.8s, boys. Yeah. All right, so yeah, CGC on-site submitting, not too shabby. I do recommend it. I think they only do it twice a year, and I can definitely understand because it is chaotic, and there's always like pissed off people that just can't handle waiting in lines. Waiting in lines sucks, you know, obviously, but you really got to mentally prepare yourself when going to these shows. Like, you're going to be waiting in line. You know, it's once a year, or I guess however many times you go to shows. Like, at least for me, like, I'm gonna be waiting in lines. Whatever, it's part of the show. Take a deep breath. We're all in this together. This is my advice, you know. Anyway, all right. What else did I pick up? A couple of prints, tons of great artists there, obviously. Didn't want to go too hard on the prints. I'm running out of wall space already. But speaking of Detective Comics 1000, I did pick up a Jason Fabok print, and this image, I guess, is used for his variant cover for Detective 1000. So, which, you know, I had planned on buying that variant, but then when I saw that there was a print, I was like, you know, I'd kind of rather have the print, you know, just because I love the cover so much. Just be a bigger size, you know, it looks better on the wall. So there it is, and of course it's signed. And this print itself, you know, cost 20 bucks, you know. All right, and another print, and it was funny because I had bought the Fabok print first, and I was like, I need to buy a print of like another character probably, because I already did Batman. I've got enough Batman, but I love Batman. And nothing else really like said, hey, take me home with you. This is really cool. Like, obviously there's tons of cool art, but I really want something to speak for me to buy it. So anyway, I really like this one. It was one of those where you kind of see from across the room, you're like, ooh, what's that? And you go look at it, you're like, yes, sir. You come home with me. I don't know, just, I liked it. The artist is Stuart Sager on this one. This was just a $10 print, so yeah. All right, and then speaking of artists, I went through, I got a few autographs on my hardcovers. So on my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Deluxe, I got Kyle Higgins to sign that. You know, talked to him a little bit. Excited for the next hardcover, excited to read Shattered Grid, stuff like that. I hear that he just finished his work on this series, so that's kind of unfortunate. But I like the interview that Near Mint Condition did with him on how he kind of wanted to leave on a high note, which I understand. So hope for bigger and better things from him in the future. And then my good old buddy Scotty Young had to get a signature on this hardcover. Got Scotty. I think book 2 of this should come out this summer, so that'd be cool. Scotty was probably the longest wait, but it wasn't bad. And then Ed McGuinness. Signed. Oh yeah. All right, so I got my CGC books, my prints, my autographs. Now for some reading materials. One of my favorite booths to dig through are the 50% off cover price trade paperback graphic novel omnibus booths. I did go to the Torpedo Comics booth first. They had like, if you bought 10 or more, or 8 or more, it was 80% off. Otherwise, like 50% off everything, you know, 60% if you buy like 7, you know, the discount goes up as you buy more, basically. I kind of thought, like, because I heard about the deal on the Facebook group before going to the show, and I was really hyped for it. I was hoping that there would, I guess, be more like omnibus, because basically, like, if you did the math, you could buy 10 like $125 omnibus for $250. I think my math is right, which is a steal. Did I plan on buying 10? Am I even physically capable of lugging around 10 omnibus? No. But I thought it'd be cool to pick up, you know, maybe like 3, I don't know. And then, you know, fill in the blanks with some trades and hardcovers, but they really didn't have any omnibus that I was looking for. They didn't have like hard to find ones or anything, but that's okay, you know, I understand. They had mostly like trades and some hardcovers. So I only picked up one hardcover, but it was a good one. It's kind of a whalette, or out of print at least. Batman by Doug Moench and Kelly Jones, Volume 1. Usually, like, the cover price on this is $39.99, and on eBay they can be listed for like $60, $70, $80, $100. But this was half off cover price, so I got this for 20 bucks. Bada bing. La la la, thanks Torpedo. And again, it was really awesome to meet and talk with Gabe, working over at Torpedo Comics. So yeah. And then back to the 50% off booths. I dug around and found Venom by Rick Remender, Volume 1 paperback. This collects Venom from 2011, issues 1 through 12, and it also collects Venom Deadpool What If, which was part of the reason why I wanted to buy this, because I haven't read that issue. So, and I've heard good things about this run. I enjoy Rick Remender's stuff, and I had intended to find something Venom 2 to read. So I'm glad I discovered this. Cover price is $34.99, so got that for half off. Not a bad deal for some Venom. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just flip through a little bit. Yeah. And then I did manage to score one omnibus, one that I've been wanting for a while. It's the Gotham Central omnibus. And everybody always praises this bad boy. Say it's an omnibus gift from the gods. Alright. Only problem with this one is, and I don't know how I really didn't discover this like right when I bought it. It was like after I took it back to the hotel, I was like, what the F? You know, the whole binding is coming off this mother effer, man. Yeah, it's kinda it's kinda rough. Maybe a little glue will help it, I don't know. But it's half off cover price, you know, not a bad deal. Could I have bought it for less than $10 more brand new on in-stock trades? Yeah, but whatever, it was a convention. So I did it, and you can still read it, which is why you got it. So I'm cool with that. But that booth did have some good omnis. It did have like Neil Adams Batman Omnibus, which I was tempted to get, but I passed. It had the Joe Kelly Volume 1 Deadpool. If they didn't already have that, that would be a damn good buy, and I know someone bought that because it was gone by Sunday. But it did have some good stuff. So yeah, that's all the stuff that I bought. Again, I don't know what else to talk about other than C2e2 fucking kicks ass. Awesome to meet Omar and Gabe from the Omni Bros, and I think Maddie from Fangirls was there with Omar. The great legend, I saw him, shook hands with him, chatted with him for a minute. There was a couple Comic Book Fiend Club guys that I got to shake hands with real quick. I know a lot of other people in the community went. Been tons and tons of haul videos out lately. It's hard to keep up. Mine's probably going to get lost in the shuffle too, but I wanted to make it anyway. Can't wait for next year. My best convention experience. You gotta go, man. But anyway, it's been fun. Thanks for checking me out, and I'll see you in my next vid. Peace.